and welcome back to the Lancashire Football Show, where we shine a light on football across the county. Today we're here at the Leisure Box in Burnley, where there's a walking football showdown between Burnley and Morecambe. Coming up on the show, we celebrate the relaunch of the Under-16 Ability Counts League and take a closer look at Chorley Wanderers. April marks Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and we catch up with Paul Jarvis, more commonly known as Jarvo, from Lancaster City, on how he faced his personal challenges. And we chat with young referee James Schofield, who has a message for overexcited parents. But before all that, we're off to Garstang to watch a Cockerham junior football training session. Now, with 18 teams from under-7s up to open age, being described as a busy club would probably be an understatement. But I'll let Chairman Andy tell you more.
The club started about 1997. Just informal to start with. Over the years, the club's just grown and grown and grown. It's not all about winning at all costs. The ethos of the club's giving all children of all abilities lots of game time.
My youngest, he started playing, so sort of came along for a few weeks with him, just sort of watching what was going on, and then kind of just sort of fell into it really. But that's been the last couple of years of my life now. The whole feel of the place, it's very, very much family orientated. We've got a really, really good bunch of lads here. Lots of different schools have come together, and it's made it. Everybody's made really, really welcome.
Very, very rewarding. It's a challenge, you know, they're all quite young, so sometimes it's like herding cats, but the rewards are huge. You know, I took this team on back in April, May last year, and just to see them get better and better week on week, and seeing them take on your coaching tips and then play that out on a Sunday is just fantastic. That's a super reward for me. And the friendships they build. You know, this group of boys now are really tight friendships, and that's because they've come together to play football for Cockerham.
Football's a family. It's like a family. It's like a small group of kids, and the coaches, they get together, we develop these kids. The kids feel part of a team. I always say, if you're involved in a team sport, you're never short of mates. You've always got mates for life, and it brings out that spirit in them. They look after one another. You know, if someone's having a bad game, the others rally around and pick them up. If somebody's having a good game, it's like, yeah, that's great, carry on kind of thing. But it's that team spirit, and that's what drives the club, drives the players, drives the coaches and the parents. We couldn't do this without the parents.
We get a lot of great opportunities with tournaments, games, training facilities. Match days are great because it's just loads of fun. It's just arrive there, get on with the game, play the game, have loads of fun, and at the end of the game we're all happy, even if we win or lose.
Because my friends are there and Brian's a really good teacher, and that's all I can say.
We all have fun and we all laugh together. I like showing my friends how good I am.
Jack,
Simeon,
Monty,
Oscar,
Nancy, Arthur. They're all friendly.
We win a lot of trophies as our team.
because we've got a good coach and I've got loads of friends in this team.
I like it because we pass loads.
Because they set me up for my goals.
On the 27th of April, I'll be taking on the Three Peaks Fell race, and I've decided to do it to try and raise funds for the club. The club always needs funds for things like improving pitches, for new kit, for renting this place for the winter training. So yeah, I was already doing the run, but I decided to try and raise some money for the club through it.
If you'd like to support or donate any money towards Paul's Mammoth Three Peaks Challenge, visit the club's Just Giving page via the link in the description. Just 6 months ago, the Under-16s Abilities Count League was relaunched after it was put on hold due to COVID. But now it's back, yes, bigger and better, and players are thriving with matches to look forward to. Now, before we take a deeper look at Chorley Wanderers, let's get ourselves to a match day at the county ground.
Hello everyone.
Ability Counts League match days. The tournament, sponsored by the Frenkel Topping Charitable Foundation, is full of chaos, compassion and light-hearted competition. The Under-16 League consists of teams such as Sir Tom Finney FC, Blackpool FC, Bury Youth Service and AFC Masters.
It's good because we don't get many games. There's not a lot of other teams about that are disability teams. So to bring them together on these good pitches as well, and we all help each other out. If we've not got enough players, we can lend players out, and it gives them a bit more insight of how the game works as well. Not just playing against each other at our ground, it's playing other teams as well, which they enjoy.
I feel happy to play against different teams every single 2 weeks. I feel good when I do it. Feel happy. I would just say if people are scared to play football, then I'll just say to them, just have a go with it, and then if you like it, then just do it.
It's just an opportunity, for young people to get into football, and providing opportunities is what we do as a football club. So we were really keen to get involved, and it's provided us with an opportunity to create a full pathway. Obviously, the introduction of Comets as well has helped over the last couple of weeks. They see what their role models are doing in other places, and we're like, oh, you're coming to play in a tournament. That's a big thing for them, because a lot of these guys have trained with us for years. Since they were little boys and girls, so to give them the opportunity to say, oh, you can actually come and play football in a different environment, comes with its challenges, of course, but just bringing them down and having a bit of fun is what it's all about.
Another club who are part of the league is Chorley Wanderers. They set up their Under-16 Pan Disability team in September last year under the leadership of Colette, who's been part of the club for 10 years.
Some of the confidence has just been heartwarming, and the messages that I got from the beginning, for players to actually have a football shirt at the age of 14 is humbling, but it's also we can do better. Clubs can do better to get more involved and let people play, but seeing the confidence of the players here, they've just come on leaps and bounds in September, and I'm sure the parents say the same. They're seeing a spring in the step, and also rain or shine, I still have 11-12 coming, whether whatever the weather, and we've had some pretty wet weather.
It's been fantastic working with Chorley Wanderers, as they've been here as an ambassador since the kind of inception of the football club, of their SEND programme. It's been amazing to see how they've developed, to see the numbers that are coming along each time I come down. We're seeing new children joining the session, but it's really around supporting the club, already the good practice that's going on, and just being able to help and support the staff, the coaches at the club, to make their sessions more inclusive, more fun, more enjoyable, working with children with various disabilities, seeing how far they can progress, really being able to help them reach their potential, and just seeing the enjoyment, from playing football, enjoying that, wanting to come back every single week, and the smiles on their faces.
It's nice that for me, the boys never really found anything that they've really gotten into or managed to carry on doing, whereas this, they come home such a buzz from it, and they non-stop chatter about training, or they absolutely love the match days, my two do. But what's lovely is the relationship all the children have got together, which is really nice. There's so much high-fiving, it's so good-natured, it is. So yeah, it's really helped with my children's confidence, definitely, as well as the social side.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything the same, really. He just that sense of belonging, that sense of being included, that sense of having the opportunity to play football in a team.
Having their own little thing.
Yeah, a lot of people would take that for granted, but for children with disabilities, it's not that easy to find. So when you find something like this that's so well run and organised and caring and accommodating, and the tournaments, Harvey just absolutely loves the whole atmosphere, and like you say, the high-fiving, the team spirit. And he has, made friends without a doubt. Like I said, he knew quite a lot of children before, but he hadn't been involved at sort of that level with them, so yeah.
Hello again. Basically, I need a team. I played for Bolton, but they don't do matches because there's not enough players. So I went here and we play matches here, and it's fun and we actually practice. But everyone's good at a team. We play well. We win a lot of our games. I love to get the ball in the net, and then be Bellingham.
Well, some of my school friends joined. I didn't really have anything to do, so just wanted to have some fun after school. It was fun.
Yeah, what's your favourite part of the day?
Winning.
Wow, we have been overwhelmed with your videos of all your goals and skills. Thank you so much, guys, for sending them in. But please, if you missed out this time, do not panic. We still want you involved in our future shows. So get your boss goals, your sublime skills into us via Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Taking my life in my own hands here. We want to see your goals on our show. You can also send them via WhatsApp by just clicking the link in the description. Am I safe? I'm going. Lancaster City's Paul Jarvis was diagnosed with testicular cancer in 2018 and in 2019 and again in 2020. April is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and fact is over 2,000 men will be diagnosed with the disease this year. But with an early trip to the GP, Jarvo is now back playing for the Dolly Blues and has been for the past 2 seasons, and his days have gone back pretty much to normal. See for yourself.
Well, it's time to start the show. Lost my heart and lost my soul. Now it's time that you won't know. Lost my mind and lost my goal. Not giving in. I'm not giving in.
Probably early 2018, just when I'd signed back for Lancaster actually from Chorley, and I think I was kind of the back end of that 17-18 season where I was kind of feeling quite tired in games and wasn't kind of performing to the level I wanted to be able to, and I think that I took that quite hard. Signing back for Lancaster, I'd put a lot of pressure on myself, coming from a club higher up, and thought that I was just kind of over the hill and past it basically. But then, was, getting some pains down in that kind of area, and I think maybe subconsciously I'd been kind of just like brushing it off. But then when I'd was kind of feeling a bit more, and it was there was definitely something there that kind of led me to get checked out. Basically, I think it was and I think what really kind of pushed me on was my wife's dad. He'd been suffering with cancer as well, and he passed away in the March, not with testicular cancer, with lymphoma, but that kind of really prompted me to take what I was feeling seriously. So I went and got checked out, and then quite quickly after that, in the May in 2018, shortly after the season, they kind of said, yes, it is, we need to kind of get you in and operate and take the testicle out. So I had that operation, but then the season after, in probably around the September, October, I think, I was starting to have symptoms in terms of I was getting quite a lot of back pain, and then at one point it was that bad I had to just take myself to A&E. So I didn't know whether I had kidney stones, but they gave me a scan and said, yeah, it's come back like in your lymph nodes in your back. Then it would have been in the March, I was getting pains again and went and got checked out again. So this was just as we were going into lockdown as well. So they said, yeah, it's come back and it's quite aggressive. So having to have more treatment then, just as the whole country was going into lockdown, I had to have 12 weeks then of treatment. And a lot of that being kind of in isolation as well, because you had to be in a ward isolated, because there was obviously a big risk with an unknown with COVID as well, especially when you're having chemotherapy, which takes your immune system right down. So that was tough, to say the least. But then, so kind of managed to get through that. That was really tough period. I've never kind of heard them say, oh, you've got the all clear, but it'll be kind of 4 years this December since there's been nothing going on. I've got another checkup next week, but as far as I'm concerned, I've just kind of put it past me and moved on now. That kind of awareness around just, when you're in the shower, checking yourself over. There's lots of really good information out there if you Google it, and giving you advice on how to do that. And, if you are feeling like there isn't anything quite right, then do go and get it checked out.
Paul has since announced his retirement from semi-professional football. He now wants to use his experience to raise awareness.
This season now is potentially my last season that I'll be playing, I think. And after stopping playing, I think I'll be quite keen to get into something like that, to work with some charities or football associations to go around clubs and raise awareness about testicular cancer and kind of share my story.
Not only are Culcheth Athletic a top draw football club, but they think they've got what it takes to take on the Lancashire Football Show Crossbar Challenge. All right, everyone, sit back, relax, enjoy. But watch out for some questionable celebrations. What's wrong with a classic knee slide, lads?
We are Culcheth Athletic!
It's a sad but true fact that some spectators and parents take it too far at kids' football games come Saturday or Sunday morning. 16-year-old James Schofield, who's a referee, was recently officiating an under-9s game and had to send a parent off because of their behaviour on the sidelines. Thankfully, that hasn't put James off and he still thoroughly loves his role, but he just wishes parents would focus on praise, not pressure.
It's not the Premier League. It is your kids trying to have fun. It's not the Champions League either, not the World Cup. It's a really easy job to get into at a young age, and it's very rewarding. Not only that, you get to meet a load of new people, many new connections with other people that you become friends with. Like, I've done many matches with the same people, and I've become friends with a bunch of the lads, so it's really enticing, really enjoyable. If you go into it with an open mind, you'll always find out that it's always better than you think. Like, yes, there's a big stigma around referees getting hurled abuse everywhere, but realistically, there's only the odd few weekends. It's really 3 weekends out of the year. Yes, it shouldn't be, but you're obviously going to get the parents who may have just had a bad day and they just need someone to take it out on you, and unfortunately that is you. But it's not really what people expect it to be. It's really enjoyable some weekends. Obviously some weekends it's freezing, but you've got to get your head around it, and that's how it is. I was refereeing and I gave a couple of decisions that this certain parent in particular didn't like, and there was a couple of fruity sign language, a couple of fruity words, and I wasn't very pleased with that. And if you've got the confidence, you've got to just walk up to them and be like, look, you can't be doing that. And then he carried on and I sent him off, as it should be. The consequences to their actions. And from then on in, I've had no trouble. So this was under 9s. But there is absolutely no reason that you should be getting that worked up over a kid's game of football. The nerves are normal, but in my experience, I mean, it might be different with other refs, but in my experience, if you go up to coaches, parents, or even the kids and just explain, look, it's my first few games, I may not be as good as other people, but I'm going to need, some leeway here, like it is my first time. And you do that, it's normally very calm. As soon as you swing into it and get the confidence going, then there's no more need to do that. It's absolutely perfect. There's pretty much nothing that can get you nervous. And as soon as you shake hands with the managers, all the nerves drop. I can promise you that.
The Blackpool Central Mosque didn't take much convincing when they were asked if they wanted to start a weekly kickabout. With the help of Blackpool FC Community Trust, what started out as a small recreational group has turned into plans to become an affiliated team. And what's more importantly, has brought the community at the mosque together. It's all love with this group.
To be fair, no, it's a good mixture, to be fair. I think we all get along. Obviously, there's certain lines you don't cross when having a bit of banter with the boys, but afterwards it's all love. It's always like, yeah, we're quite a close bunch, so it's all love at the end of the game. We try and work in sort of certain areas of the town in Blackpool. Within Revo, there's Blackpool Central Mosque, so that was just an opportunity to see if people wanted to take part in one, physical activity, and two, football. That's like that golden sort of target that we were trying to achieve. Went down, met some of the guys, amazing, really receptive straight away. Said what the programme can offer, and the ball was in their court. Then a few weeks later, they got back in touch and said, Seb, let's go, we want to play football. That was music to my ears, and then here we are now. The credit must go to IMI as well, although obviously they play at Aspire, which is the Blackpool FC Community Trust facility. Imi does all the hard work in sort of recruiting everyone. He's always here week in, week out, no matter the weather, and making sure the whole team sort of feels welcome and sort of part of something. So the credit must go to him for that as well.
I think it's time we hear from the man himself, Imi Bucks. Surely he can live up to the hype.
It's been a year now since I've been doing it. It was very difficult in the beginning. We got about 3 or 4 players and that was it. And then each week it grew and grew and grew to what it is now. So we've got now 2 pitches as well. And there's a variety of people. There's Asians, different cultures, different religions. It's brilliant. Seb's supported us massively as well. We have our cultural differences, we have our religion, when we're fasting, Ramadan, they arrange our times for us as well. Sometimes we do our prayers here. You know, it's brilliant. They've really accommodated us, and I can't thank them enough, to be honest with you. There's a lot of guys that come new from. Some of the guys from London, some moved from Manchester. There's a lot of young lads, there's a lot of older lads. Some of these guys know each other from before. The thing is, everybody meets in the mosque, and that's about it, and then do the prayers and go off. Nobody actually stands and talks and chats until now. So it's brought everything together, massively brought everything together as well. So that's a big impact that's had, to be honest with you.
Until this, I didn't really do anything fitness related regularly, whereas now I've got something in the week which gets my heart rate up. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, from a mental perspective, it is something to look forward to. Essentially, we've become a big bunch of friends now.
Yeah, although there's regulars, I'd say there's newcomers every week as well when people can't come. So when there's new people, you get to meet new people as well, and share their interests and everything like that. And yeah, they fit in well.
Yeah, we see all these boys on Fridays as well, but like I said, there's newcomers every week, so we're seeing them and then recognising them and just all growing closer together.
Any final words, lads?
Fix VAR.
Fix VAR.
Thank you. We need a little bit of VAR. It'll help. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, what a morning we've had. These boys haven't stopped. They've had 2 games against Morecambe. We've got Paul and Ron from the Burnley Football Club, walking football team, I should say.
Yeah.
Is it difficult not to run, Paul?
Very difficult, yeah. When you're used to running and playing football, you find it difficult. You set off and then next thing you know, you have to try and stop, and slow yourself down. Yeah, I find it very difficult.
All right, Ron, obviously still very competitive. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you, sir?
I'm 83.
Good lad. And how long have you been playing walking football?
Oh, for about 4 or 5 years, I think, something like that, yeah.
Good stuff. And he still moves around, doesn't he?
He moves around, he's a great player, love him. Yeah.
So, obviously, we never grow old of kicking a ball about.
No.
It's a love, but what does it mean for you, Paul, to be able to get out here and do this?
Well, like I say, I played football up to 55-year-old and I played for veterans. And the thing is, I had a heart attack. Playing five-a-side, didn't know anything about it. Day after, taken to hospital. They took me in, fit a stent, and that was me, back up and running. But I didn't do nothing then for about 10 years. And then this all came about, and I came down a couple of sessions and I thought, I'll give it a go. I'll tell you what it is, best thing I've ever done. It's got me out of the house. I've got more fitter. I was carrying 1.5 stone, which I've lost because we do 2 sessions, and it's the best thing I've ever done. It's great for your mental health, and if anybody out there wants to play walking football, get out there and do it.
Well, I was going to say, Ron, give us a pitch to anyone that hasn't tried, but Paul, that was an absolutely fantastic answer.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Listen, what do you get out of it, Ron?
Oh, it's a camaraderie. I've always worked with fellas, and since I've packed in work, many years ago, I miss the camaraderie and the banter, and it's good. The brotherly love.
Well, listen, I really, really appreciate your time, boys, because you'll notice everyone's left you because they know that there's tea and biscuits inside.
Well, that's it. They know that I lost a son and a half and I need to be putting it back on. I need to be getting a few custard creams.
Do that. You've earned it. Listen, thank you very much. It's been brilliant watching you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you
very much, boys. And that brings us to the end of this episode of the Lancashire Football Show. Thank you very much for watching. We appreciate your support, and thank you very much to Burnley in the community for inviting us down to the leisure box this morning for the walk-in football session. Listen, please like, share, comment, let us know what you liked about the show, let us know what you'd like to see more of, and if you want to get involved in future episodes, please just email us at info@lancashirefa.com. Till next time, see you soon.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe.